All right, hello everyone. Today I am doing something a little different. I am going to be starting a series, and it is going to be called Road to ... So, a really big goal of mine right now is to be able to be able to make at least something, even if it's $5 a month on YouTube. And so I am just because I've had a lot of pretty much dumb things going on with work lately, and to be honest, I've been super burnt out the last few years, and I really just need to take a break from my profession. And I also really want to be able to focus on school and not dread going to work all week and then go to work and just be like exhausted and angry and frustrated. So, and then, have to not be able to take any decompressive days off and then go right back to school. So yeah, I'm going to be giving this new series a try. It's all about being able to get enough subscribers and views to start making money on YouTube. The first one is 300 subscribers, and then I also think it's like you have like, oh gosh, I can't remember. Is it like 3,000 watching hours or some viewing hours? I don't know. I can't remember per se, but I do know that it's honestly going to be difficult to do. I'm very niche. I'm not cartoon, oh my god. I'm a coloring channel, and I do feel like there's kind of a lot in the adult coloring space. Not that that's a bad thing, but I just don't know if there's a lot of money in this area of video making. So with that being said, I'm going to try my best. And I really, I just want to make content that I'm proud of. So I'm, if you hear me and you see me, dispersing out my pencils, I am trying to organize them by color and figure out what sets I will be using. I was thinking about using my Brute Funer, but I don't think I'm going to use those. And I don't think I'm going to use my, whatchamacallits? My Prismacolors, or my normal Prismacolors. These are watercolors either. I'm going to use my Polychromos, my Prisma watercolors, my Gonzai Tombi paints. These, they're graphite colors. These are the Chroma Flows I will also be using, and then my Graphitints. So I'm going to be kind of mixing these all up in containers, so that I can see them better with their groupings. Yeah, I'm looking forward to this new series that I will be incorporating. I am aiming to do big videos, so like really long ones, keep the boring stuff in, and really just let you guys watch how I color things, especially Kerby Rosanes, because I know a few people, online, period, they tend to have troubles prioritizing like different things to color, and they get a little bit scared and they get put off, and then they say, oh, you know what, I'll do it later, and then later never comes, and then they're just sitting there looking at their books being intimidated for no reason. I know they're expensive, I know they are very intricate, trust me. I know. So I do think that it is possible to, really get a good grasp of these books and really enjoy them as well. So yeah, actually I think I'm gonna put the blues over here because there's quite a bit of blues. Wow, Did not realize how many blues come in my sets. Blues and yellows and greens tend to be the most popular colors in sets. Pinks tend to be the least popular, with the runner-up being purples, of course. I don't know why people hate pinks and purples. I know that those pigments are a bit harder to make, but geez Louise, you guys. Give me some pinks and purples. Honestly, it's why I really like my 180 set of Brute Thinners that I just got, because there are a lot of pinks and purples, and I don't think I'm going to use them unless like I really need a color, but I just kind of want to like, I've been using them a lot, and as much as I do love them, it is nice to use my other mediums. So, oh my gosh, so many blacks. It's actually kind of funny. Every set comes with a black, pretty much. And grays are really coming up strong. Okay, and then this is blue. All right. I think that's it. Oh, I will probably also incorporate my iridescent gelatos in, just not yet. Let's see. And I have a book here. It tells me what colors I'm using. I'm doing the same colors for the spaceship throughout this book. This is Kerby Rosanes' Alien Worlds book. I'm missing a Prismacolor watercolor pencil, and that is annoying me. Okay, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Kayla, you will eventually find it, and all will be fine. I don't like how my watercolor pencils, both sets that I have, mind you, are natural wood color. Why? Why are they both natural wood color? Okay, let's, oh, hold on, actually, and you know what else? My glittery Langluos I might use. I also have glittery Ohuhus. So, you know what? Who knows what we will end up using? Okay, these are Prismas, and that is nowhere in here. Okay, and then, sorry, I just realized that I was missing my, one of my purples for my Prismacolor watercolor, and to be honest, it is hard-y freaking enough, having enough purples through these sets without going into another set and adding them. So I'm just looking through all my books to make sure that I grabbed all of them. Okay. Wow, I actually do not know where this color is. Rude. Okay, whatever. We shall do our best. Okay. All right. So let's see here. Oh my god, stay. Where's my backpack? Oh my god. I don't know why it just feels so hard to start up coloring nowadays. Because I'm a perfectionist, probably. Alright. This, I just had to find my little sharpener. Okay, cool. Alright, right now, because, okay, I don't know if I introduced the book. Alien Worlds by Kerby Rosanes. I colored the first page in here, and so this is what color my spaceship is essentially going to be, but I want to make it look dingier and more beat up by the time. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're doing the Heavily Inferno, so it's on essentially the 6th mission, so it's going to be getting grungy. And I am going to put down this base color of my watercolor French gray. And it is quite crumbly today. All right, those back booster areas, do I have, yeah, okay. The back boosters are going to be purple on most of them. Let's see, okay, yeah. And then just right here is gonna be gray, and then there's 2, why is there 1 and 1? Okay, whatever. Right there is also going to be that like French gray base. Okay, and then right there, and then right there is going to be that French gray base, and then I will add a little bit of pink, but since we are going to start making it way more dingy, it doesn't actually need much pink to it. I don't even, oh, you know what? I was using my Ohuhu water-based journaling markers, so that's what I was using for that one. And then there's a little bit that, yeah, okay, that'll be a neutral, and then that little thing right there is going to be yellow. It doesn't look like I have like a creamy yellow on anything, so let me just put that on, which is okay because I will make it dingy. All right, and then what's in front of that, that will be purple, and then the spot up here, this part, and then these right here, I guess, I don't know, right here, and then there will be a little bit of the purple peeking through, and you know what, I'm just gonna put, hold on, okay, I did not, or, oh, yep, purple around the edges, that's fine. Do that, and then there's going to be the jets coming out, and then for the bottom I did, that bar will be purple. Okay, sorry, I know that part was quite annoying, but because, okay, but because I already have these colors placed that I have not colored in quite a while, I did have to figure it out real quick, unfortunately. Okay, all right. All right, now I'm gonna take, that doesn't go there, Kayla. Okay, a tiny bit of pink. Where is my thingy? God, that's a lot of pigment to lose. I feel like I have something I can put that in. I just need to think about it for a little bit. All right. So, a little bit of the pink. I will mix it in real well. And then it looks a little dingy. Is that pink? Yeah, but it's more gray down there than anything. Okay, little bit of pink and little bit of pink. Okay, Okay, and then a little bit of pink, because it had like that, there was a little bit of a pink tinge to it, if you could see. Okay, and then those thingies right there are, okay, those are also gray and pink. So like right here, this is going to be gray and pink. All right. Okay, okay. All right. Let's see here. I'm gonna grab my purple. Okay, and because I have some length on this. Okay. Don't like that. Okay. So purple on the visor, purple on this, purple on the boosters, and I will be going through and muddying everything up a little bit. So you will not have to worry about it being very, very, very purple, because it will be dingied up a bit. Okay, there we are. And then this one right here is purple. And to be honest, as long as I know that I have enough pigment down with watercolors, I actually do not care if it looks good, because you're going to blend it out. So it's not the end of the world if your watercolors don't look the best. Okay. Then I will do there. Okay. And then right there. Right there. Okay. And then, so that front part will be purple as well. Okay. And you know what? I'm just gonna assume right, actually, you know what? No. I'm gonna assume right here is purple, and then it ends. Okay. For the most part, I think we're good. What is that? Oh, okay. That is part of this right here. Okay. All right, so sunburst yellow, Spanish orange, red, and this one is crimson red. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make the flames coming out, and then, well, first I'll do the yellow, then I'll do the orange shorter, and then I'll do the red shorter, and then, yeah. All right, so yellow out. So first is sunburst yellow. Sorry, this is the easiest way for me to actually color this. Okay, and then bloop. So all of this right here is going to be where you see, like, the reason that there is a bunch of like lines is so that you can see, like, the color is essentially being bleached out by the amount of light that is beaming out of the whatchamacallit. Okay. Boop, 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 right there. And then, let me see, what else did I do? Okay. And then again, sunburst yellow. So yeah, when you're doing this, all right here, let's see. Whoa, my God. Okay, right here, where you can see the little star bursting out, that is where you want to just make sure that you go lightly over with your yellow, just because you're going to have a crap ton of light at the back coming out and blaring out. And most of the pictures that this is driving and it has the blasts behind it, you'll want to take a bright color. And you don't have to make yours like the normal fire colors. You can make yours like blue. It could be run off of plasma or whatever. That is totally okay. You know, it's your thing, and you can use it however you want. Okay. I also want this to look like molten lava, so I'm trying to go for a swirly design, if that makes sense. Okay. And you know, don't overthink whatever you're gonna do on this. Just put in a couple shapes. Okay. Now I'm going to just kind of start billowing the darker yellow. Okay. And so here, I will show you with the orange because I think, or I can show you with the red. Okay. So the rays for this is the red. Like that is about the only line that I can differentiate that goes to this. And so once I start really doing the red, I'm going to put this in a little bit more heavy right here, so these will go out longer for the red fire. Same thing down here, this one and this one are for this. And so I'm just gonna loosely do some things. And then right here, this, and right here, so this one. So as you can see clearly, there's 1, 2, 3, 4. And so we're only doing swirlies for red right here because we're going to make this really opaque. And then bloop, 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 bloop. And then let's see. Okay, same thing for right here because this is going to be opaque and it's going to be in the way of the rest of our beams, essentially. Okay, and then okay. Great. I totally missed the purple back there. See? Not everyone is perfect. Okay, and only a little bit of that color is going to be shown. Then right there. Okay. I think that's pretty much that for the purple back there. I just totally forgot to put it back there. This is also going to be put in there. And then I'm gonna go through that a little. Okay. All right, now we're going to put in the orange. or no, not. Sorry. Okay, we'll go right here, boop, 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 and then boop, boop, boop. All right, so before we put the rest of the red in, I'm gonna put in the orange now. So really, whenever you pull out the orange, you're really just gonna pull out however much you want. And then as that flares out, you want it right like that, a little bit. Okay, and then when you go back in with the red, you're just gonna bloop. And the red is going to be shorter than the orange. So really, however you want to do that, and you can start really low and slow and like, let's see right there, probably would assume right there. And you can really just start small with this and really light, and put water on it and wait till it dries, do it again. It really just depends on your comfort level with this medium, if this is the way that you choose to do this. I think it's nice to do it like this because you can just whatchamacallit, use water to kind of meld them together and just make your calls that way, really. So right there. Okay, let's see. Okay, and then this one. Okay. Okay, I actually think I really am liking the way that that is coming. And I am honestly just gonna go back in here with the sunburst yellow. Okay. Okay, cool. I actually am really liking that. All right. Now I'm going to take a smaller brush, wet it, and then let all the colors meld and then dry, and go on to, let all the colors do their thing while they're wet, and then go on to something else. And actually I don't want that one. Let's see, this one's way too small. I'll use no, that's number 4. You know what? I'll use, where's my number 1? Oh, why did I put it in like that? Odd. It's going in water. Ah, here we are. Number 1. Okay, so taking a number 1 round brush that looks a little crazy. Okay. What in the world? No, is that the... Oh my god, it still has freaking lead paint on it. Oh my god. Okay, hold on. What is this? This is also a number 1. It is Princeton Brush Aqua Elite, specifically for water mediums. So, I am still trying to keep the gray pink color separate from the purple. I want both colors to stand on their own, but also be cohesive. So I'm just dipping my brush, wiping it off, and then going to another color. Just taking my time. I don't want to wipe off all the color while I activate these colors, but I want to use enough water to allow them to start really doing their things. Oh shit, I was supposed to put purple. Okay, I knew I was missing purple. I will go back in and purple literally right here. Okay, almost done with this part. Okay. Honestly, I'm just going to drag out my colors as far as I can. I can always go back in and put a second layer of yellow in if I really want to make it way more opaque. Or, I don't know, pop, I guess would be the word. I don't know. My brain stops working after a certain time on the days that I work. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna pause you real quick, grab a snack, and I will be right back. Okie dokie. I am back. I salted my popcorn entirely too much. And I have my tea that I apparently put way too much cream in because I have no, like, balance in my life today. But it's okay. You know? Could be worse. Could be homeless. Okay. I am eating popcorn with chopsticks. It's actually pretty easy to eat. Like, because popcorn is so grabbable. Like, it's actually kind of funny. I've never eaten popcorn with chopsticks, but I have eaten, like, Cheetos. Way easier to grab than Cheetos, I think. Okay. God, I love Art of Tea. Makes such a good oh my god, Earl Grey. It's the cream of Earl Grey, or Earl Grey cream, like creme, CREME, and my god, it is so freaking good. All right. Okay, so let's see. That is terracotta. Okay. I'm gonna do, okay, so this is the Heavenly Inferno, is that it? Yeah, the Heavenly Inferno, a scorched world covered in lava flows and fire-breathing beasts. So, oh, I think these are like old moons. Where are you good? Boop, boop, boop. Okay. We're gonna work on this piece now. I think these are moons. So we have a, what are they doing up there? Sorry if noise is weird. Okay, so giant planet. I'm assuming that's a red spot or a moon. Let's see. Okay, definitely moons. I cannot wait to color this little dude that's running. That's kind of funny. Ooh, that's scary right there. And then it goes into the crystal planet. Okay, so I'm gonna assume that's a red spot. I don't know. Like, it doesn't... I don't really get what that is. I'm assuming it's a red spot, right? Like Mars's red spot? Or do you think it's a moon? Hold on. I'm gonna look up what Mars's red spot looks like on my tablet. Oh my gosh. Okay. Phone charger. Wow, okay. This is a bit much, thank you. Allow while using app, close, okay. Oh my, minimize, thank you. Allow, oh my god, really? Okay. Mars red spot. Images. Okay. No. Okay. That's a moon. We're gonna name it Moon, and it's gonna be purple. And we're gonna go from there. So, yeah. Okay. Love that we just, cause yeah, that's something that's been keeping me from coloring this page, is because I didn't know what to classify that as, but we are going to classify it as a moon. So I will do that now, actually. All right. So I have my water brush, just bloop it a little bit. Okay. Okay. Ooh. I think my upstairs neighbors are fighting. I don't even know what language he speaks. He's Asian. Yeah. And she is, I think, like Eastern European. Odd. When I live in places and people like have domestic issues that live near me that I can hear them. I actually have really bad PTSD from domestic things, like domestic violence, from when I was a child. And whenever people start arguing, I know that I am not in their home, but it still takes me back to when I was a kid, and I literally turn off every single like electronic and I just listen, and I become super like quiet and small. It literally feel like a kid when it happens, and I hate it. I hate that it still affects me like that. Like, I'm 31. I have not been in that house for over a decade, you know? And it's like, it still makes me stop and listen and make sure that, like, no one is getting beaten or, like, killed. It's a wild experience to have if you've never, experienced that innate fear of violence in your home as a child. You're also very lucky, so just, you know, you're lucky. Man, it's really good tea. Love this tea. I cannot wait for it to be fall, and and I start drinking tea again. Oh my gosh. So this is the Kiritake Gansai Tambi graphite colors. They are graphite paints, and they're very pigmented. And I don't know where the swatches are for it versus my Derwent Graphitints, but they are they're a lot darker than my Graphitints, and they're a bit more opaque. So I have been trying to work with them slower and more methodical, because I do feel like if you don't work with them properly, then you don't get the right effect from them. And it is a beautiful effect. It almost reminds me of like granulation, but like a different type of granulation than the normal granulating watercolor paints. So yeah. Plus, if you don't do light enough layers, you can start to see a little bit of ghosting on the back, like right there. Right there. There's a little bit of texture and granulation coming through. Or ghosting, not granulation, oh my god. So yeah, I am trying hard to not ruin the back page, because I would like to finish this book. Like, that would be a really big feat, and I would then love to, like, I don't know, laminate the pages or try to preserve them or something. I'm gonna, like, once I finish these, I'm gonna spray, like, a workable fixative on it, but, like, I want to protect it further, because I don't know truly, like, if I wanted to keep this for the next 50 years, I don't know how, like, light fast it's gonna be. Especially if I were to make it, like, a coffee table book, to where when people come over, they can just flip through it. Oh, man. But if I ever finish a full coloring book, then it will be going on, like, my my bookshelf that's in my main, like, living room area, because that's, like, the public bookshelf. So if people come over and they see it and they're like, oh my gosh, what's this? The spine is so cool. Then I can be like, oh, look, I created this. And then people could be like, ooh, neat, you know. Okay. I love coloring. It makes my brain feel so much lighter, and, like, it makes me feel lighter. What do you like about coloring? Like, I know some people find it very relaxing or just, like, mentally stimulating, because it's, like, it can be really difficult. I personally am staying away from, like, the bold and easy coloring books, just because they're not really my thing. I do have a good amount of alcohol markers, but I really do not like them that much. Yeah, and I like the really intricate, like, you can rip this out of the book and it will be a piece of art on your wall type of thing. I just really love the adult coloring books. I just think they're fantastic. So that's pretty much where I'm at. And yeah. And there's nothing wrong with, you know, doing the bold and easy coloring books. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. So I don't want to make you guys feel bad or, like, inferior or anything. There's nothing wrong with doing what you like to do in this hobby. There's a million different ways to do it. You know, don't let people make you feel bad. Unless, you know, you're, like, ignoring your bills to buy more coloring books. Especially when you have, like, 5,000 coloring books already, or, like, 5,000 pencils, you know? Like, then, yeah, you should probably feel bad. But other than that, you know, like, who cares if you're buying a lot of shit? Just don't, like, proselytize about it online, really. I mean, free will, free country, do what you want, but don't like be like, hey, I got this shit for free, or like, I just bought these new things of blank blah blank blah blanks, but they're actually like sponsorship partnered gifts or whatever, you know. I think that's what bothers people, is like, when I know there's some colorists out there that make it seem like people are buying things when it's actually just PR. And so then people, I think the issue is people think it normalizes people thinking about buying like $5,000 worth of art shit, but at the end of the day, I mean, we're all adults hopefully on here, because I don't really want children to watch this, because I do like to curse, and you know, I'm an adult. I'm a 31-year-old. Children do not need to be watching me. I'm sorry, kids, but you literally don't need to do anything. Like, you don't need to have anything to do with me. I don't know what I'm fucking saying, you know. I've just seen a lot of discourse lately. I've also been seeing a lot of discourse about like junk journaling and stuff, and I don't think it's that serious. Like, it's just like fucking collaging and shit, you know? Like, people save a lot of stuff. And I think what these people are talking about is like people buying all their quote unquote paper scraps and shit, but it's like, I mean, you're not gonna have junk journaling stuff, you know, overnight. But yeah, I've seen a lot of discourse against that. I almost kind of want to start junk journaling just to be like, why does this make y'all so angry? Like, I mean, I guess the real question is, why are you guys so angry with the hobby situation? Who cares? There's so fucking little joy in this world anymore. I mean, really, if you think about it. Unless, you know, you really like what's going on in the world, but, you know, I can't say that I think it's a great world we're living in right now, but, you know, to each their own, I suppose, you know. There are always going to be wrong people. Man, I'm tired. Holy crap. This is like putting me in a trance. Okay. Jesus Christ. Really? You just...
Hear you yell Jesus fuck.
I yelled Jesus Christ because I just scared the literal shit out of me.
Sorry.
It's okay. I just need a minute to decompress my nervous system after that one. Good Lord. Do you have more in your car, babe?
What?
Do you have more in your car?
Yeah, I gotta get her food.
Okay. Do you need help?
No.
Okay.
It's just her food.
Fucking men. I was just saying about how relaxing it is doing this. No, not for Kayla. Thank you. I didn't put it. Did you put it out here? Solid.
Huh? Hi. Want some food?
Jesus.
Yeah, Sasha was getting into